What's going on, Craig Cooper? What's new? What are you doing? Playing a real game? I don't know if this is a real game. I like bonuses. Yeah, me too. Whoa. Didn't expect to hear this song in here. Let us see here. What character should we play? You guys pick. I want to hear from you guys what we should be playing. We're doing the bonus stream. I like this song, but I don't feel like this is a really great stream song. We're just going to skip a lip a dip. Yeah. So what should we do? What should we get into? You guys tell me. What should we be dipping our fingy boys into? Any recommendations? Any referrals, perhaps? Craig? Harambe? Harambe, that was that you I saw in Play Tune with the Biggest Boobs. It's all relative. I don't know. It's all relative. Harambe, was that you I saw in Dulac Harbor today? Or is that somebody else with Harambe as a name? Oh, now it's all loud. That's really funny. I couldn't hear it at all earlier, and now it's like, goddamn, are you deaf, fool? Not today. I haven't logged in since Sunday. Oh. Do you have a Hanzo? No, I do not. I do not have a Hanzo. I had a Hanzo and I deleted it because right now Rangers do not feel great. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. People do be chasing my clout. All right, what should we do? Where should we go? Should we just get some levels? We could get more levels. I think that's probably the best move. We can turn AAXP off for a little bit. Where should we XP? You guys pick. Craig, I don't unfortunately Ranger, the DPS on Ranger does not feel great for me right now. I feel like it could be better. I know they are looking at it and they're currently like talking about adjustments they can make. I just don't know where that's going to land. I think it's in the very early stages of discussion right now. Also, what's up, Raina? How are you doing? You know what? Somebody told me about the deep. Somebody told me about the deep. Maybe we should go to the deep. Let's see. You know, I never noticed this, actually. There's really not a close portal to the deep. I tried deep. I wasn't impressed. Yeah, coffee has been like selling it as like the hottest place in sliced bread. So I'm kind of curious to try it out. It might be good. Who knows? But I didn't go back. I don't know if it's better. What level are you now? This is only 31, Kulo. Catapultum! What's going on? Oh, you did a thing? Oh, tell me all about your thing. I like your thing. I want to hear about it. Are you sending me pictures? Or am I... Tell me more about this thing. Cat had nerfed me again. Like you specifically, right, Harambe? Like he nerfed you in real life. What trio are we rocking? Pal, Rogue, Ranger? No, Profound. We're actually playing a Ranger, Monk, Rogue, actually. And we are meleeing. I think I got SF Cable to trade among people who participate in kill for a little bit. Oh, dude. What's up, Void? How you doing, baby? Damn, dude. Hell yeah. Kata freaking breaking out the wizardry, man. Home from work, kill me. Oh no, was it a bad day? Yeah, so this is 100. We have 15 parcels in your mailbox. Oh god. Started at 6 a.m. Ooh. It doesn't matter. My trio Kata nerfs me, and it's all VV's fault. Oh, okay. I mean, that sounds legitimate. Right, Void? How do you echo of memory transport? KJ loves pancakes. Love your name. So the way... Oh, for a second, I thought there was yellow mobs. A's and Guck is bis. I mean, true. So KJ, what you do is you go up and you talk to Talon. You give him a little hail, little Haley boy. Let me hang on one second. Let me see how hard these are going to be. I want to see if I can actually fight here. They kind of have a little... Oh, there we go. There's a big backstab. All right, cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So let me pop a respawning real quick. Okay. Let me load it up and then I'll bazaar and back and I'll show you what to do on how to get the how to get that rolling, and then we'll go from there. Freaking Kata got self-found table to trade among people who participated in kill for a little bit. It's like a timer. This is a Monk Rogue Ranger variety. Monk Rogue Ranger. Right now it's staring at loading screen though. Flurry bot boy. Hopefully. Jesus Christ, Harambe. Did you eat Spicy-O's this morning or what? All right, cool. I guess we're gonna have to cancel this. Eating them Spicy-O's. Send me your log from that failed zone. Debug, right? You need the debug. You already relaunched the game. It's fine. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah. I done spoiled it. I spoilt it. Man, you guys screwing... Yeah, it's a good time, Harambe. Sometimes you just gotta get him. I'm actually, if it makes you feel any better, I'm crashing again, I think. Yeah. Hang on. You want the debug? Okay, this means nothing to me. It's all a bunch of symbols. You want the DBG. Okay. Because we appear to be doing the exact same thing. Catapult. There you are. Boop. There you go. I'm going to wait a second. We'll see what happens. Show us what to send you when this happens. Happens all the time to me. Yeah, so if you guys want to see, let me move some things around so you guys don't get, you don't see all the weird stuff in the back here. Okay. Let me open up OBS here. Acer. Boop. All right. So you go into your THJ folder where all your files and stuff are, okay? And you're going to go right into logs, and you're going to use this file right here, okay? This is the file you're going to send. Turn the pics of me off. I could troll you so hard right now, but I'm not going to because I love you. This one. It's in your logs of your THJ folder. I wouldn't do it, Boyd. I wouldn't do it. All right. So we got a little cannot join. We're going to hit it again. We're going to see. There we go. Okay. So it did this time. And it did put me in the zone. Okay. So it loaded it up. I was stuck loading into Kale and was crashing. So went into extra section, ran check file integrity, found 2 files that needed to be updated. No kidding, gamer. Okay. That's good. That's good information to have. That's a bunny. That's a big bunny. He's a big bunny. Okay. Yeah, it got all the way to cannot join. So, KJ. Kata, old client. So you hail Tyrell, this guy right here, okay? And I can't see it because I already own it, but you hail him and he's going to give you an option to unlock the ability to go. So you hail him and he's going to say, for 5 EOM, you can unlock the ability to teleport to the instance or your group to the instance. And you're going to click OK and you're going to say yes, and it's going to unlock that ability. And then what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to click this and you'll be able to, I'm going to click auto confirm, but you're going to be able to travel to your expedition like this. Just like that. Pretty good damage. We take some pretty mean damage though. I've been having a lot of crashes when hitting enter the world. Where would that log go if I wanted to send it in? Ooh, nice sea train. Yeah, no problem, Kay. We're going to be doing a whole new beginner's guide here soon. There's some changes coming in the next couple weeks, and I want to hold off until those changes are out before I do a new guide, because those changes are going to adjust and edit some of the ways you're going to do things. Also, welcome everybody. I hope you're doing well tonight. We're doing a little bit of a bonus stream. We played Elden Ring all day, and then we played 7 Days to Die yesterday. So I kind of feel like I kind of feel bad and feel like, you know, probably should, I don't know, throw down some sweet EQ for you guys. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I tried to throw in some time. Like, I feel bad because, Kat, I reached out to Aporia yesterday about there's a lot of, like, people are running into a lot of issues where the AAs are, like, not totally representative of what the ability does anymore because there's been, like, some changes. And so he wanted me to go through and look at it. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have that much time to be able to, like, sit down and do that. But I've been trying to commandeer people that whenever they run across one to post one to me, and then I was going to send you guys like a whole list of them. What do you do with the sleeper hogs that are worth only 20p? Are they worth the cost to combine in the 16 and roll the dice? Matt, not in my opinion, no. Not in my opinion. I honestly have a bank character, Matt. And what I do with that bank character is I just send all of my augs to that one character, and then I'll decide what to do with it later. Dang, we got an XP pretty quick. Cascade of Decay doesn't mention it will heal, just do extra damage. Yeah. What was the other one we were looking at? I think press the attack, the warrior one, doesn't really go into what it does either. My innate metabolism doesn't triple my melee damage, clearly bugged. So just vendor the common ones that aren't worth anything then. I don't think so. No, I mean, you do what you want to do with them. Like I said, I create a bank character and I just mail them all to that character. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. That's entirely up to you. That's just what I do because I like if later on I need, like, even if it's not valued high, if I need that thing and it's going to cost me less to do the combine or I can get it quicker. The other thing is Kata and Aporia love throwing curveballs out there every now and again. So, like, you never know that something that isn't worth it or doesn't have any value today may have value tomorrow. So it's just something to, like, keep in mind. And you don't want to be like, oh man, I sold all those runes to that vendor and now I have nothing. Like, imagine if I still had all those runes. Yeah, Kata. So here's the deal. We're going to be doing a video about class synergy, and we're going to be we're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be doing 16 videos on class synergy. We're going to log into each build, and we're going to review what each AA, like what's important in each class and what blends with other classes. And when we do that, I was thinking that maybe we would also, like, write down the AAs that are inconsistent. You will be my new best friend. Basically, make a tune and be a hoarder. Yes. Yeah. I'll put all the newspapers in chronological order in the bathroom next to the toilet, just in case. You know, you never know when those might come in useful. Real talk, though. How bad did all those people who, like, didn't loot egg capsules feel? You know what I mean? And now those egg capsules are worth, like, ludicrous amounts of money, but people were just, like, super wasteful with them, you know? Same thing for some of those other hogs. You never know when it's going to have use, or there's going to be some altercation or some new system that's put in. And that's kind of the best part about the server, is that you don't know what's coming. And there is a little bit of, like, wonder. Yeah, the Froglock egg capsules. What changed about them? Heroic strength became the largest chase stat in the game. when heroic strength became the largest chase stat, then they became one of the best items to get. I've bought so many of those off the vendor. I made so much plat off that. Yeah, it's crazy. That doesn't shock me. Literally tens of thousands. Nice. Man, we are definitely getting some XP pretty quick. We've already gotten 4 levels. Well, it's so that's the thing about heroic capsules is that they're +1 heroic strength, +1 AGI, +1 heroic stamina as well. So yep, the SF trading thing works. It has some bad UX that I can't really fix. There's no way to inspect if you can trade it and who you can trade it to other than info when you open the corpse and again when you loot it. And if it's stackable and joins a stack, then that data is lost. Ooh. Kata, how can we make that information as clear and as blatantly obvious as possible? Like, what can we do to make it so that people, like everyone everywhere knows this? Because I feel like that is an interaction, like you loot something and then it falls into a stack of other things and you're just like, God damn it, you know? No joke, I'm Elon Musk of THJ now. Really? Do you own OOC? Because if you do, we need to have a discussion, okay? You and me, Kulo, we need to have a discussion. There's been some funky things going on in that OOC channel. Make nothing stackable. I mean, yeah. That would certainly be a solution. It might pop up like a 1,000 other problems, but that might be a solution. What's the price of OOC? Give me a number. 44K. 3 copper. Just don't allow it to work. Unstackable things. $1.5 mil. I mean, I feel like 1 mil is a good amount of money, but there's a lot of people with 1 mil on the server. Well, it gets really weird, Kata, because you get into some you get in some really strange situations. Like, I'm sure, I don't know. It's going to be a weird one. People just need to be careful what they're looting. That's what I would say. I wouldn't even sell it as like, we were unable to do this thing. I would sell it as, this is how it works. Pay attention when you loot something. If you're playing in these game modes, pay attention when you loot something. And if you don't pay attention, it's on you. Maybe I'm a jerk. That's the way I would do it. Yeah, stackable items aren't really individual items. P much. All right, 36. Man, we could get to 40 here right quick. Probably have 1 mil just in trade skill stuff. Nice. Hey, Kulo, go ahead and send that right over my way. Just ship that right over here, okay? Can you do me that snake solid? Just go ahead and ship that right over here. I'll take your 1.5 million trade skill stuff. Just make it so pet classes can only loot. Hey, look here, okay? Don't worry. We loot stuff. Yeah, pearl necklaces, vitally important. Kulo, pearl necklaces have an insane value on the server. I don't know if you knew this, okay? But it doesn't matter what quality of pearl necklace you have. Like, it doesn't matter. It just simply doesn't matter. Let me find, I know I have a legendary in here. There it is. Okay, it doesn't matter what quality. They were all discovered by Variety Void. Just so you know. Nothing weird there. Every single pearl necklace in the game was discovered by Variety Void. I'll spam VV mailbox. I just need a tune name. Yeah, you need a tune name? You need a tune name? Let me just write a couple of those out for you real quick. So you got HJ Bros, you got Pound, you got Variety Void. There you go. There's a couple, okay? There's a couple names for you right there. Looks like it takes 5 PP for a pearl necklace. Ooh. What's going on, Andrew? How are you doing? Oh, God. That was a good backstab. I'm not mad at this build. And I'm not going to lie. This XP is actually not terrible. Not be getting spam for parcels while fighting Saru. You'll be fine. I have faith in you. Consider them filled. There you go, right? There you go, Void. Consider your parcels filled. Optimus, thank you so much. I've been really into Baldur's Gate 3. Hell yeah, Andrew. I still haven't played it. I actually don't own it. I would like to play it. Do we just call you Twinkie because you're filled up? Yes, sir. What's your Steam? DM me. I mean, hold on. There it is. There you go, buddy. Ooh, yeah. There you go. Well, we gotta. So before we do BG3, we gotta do. We have a satisfactory stream that we gotta do. They just sent me to a sign in. Here, I know what I'll send you. I'll send you my. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say I'll send you my friend code. God, Steam is like slow today. There we go. Booyah. Necrodots are fat right now. Yeah, Necrodots are pretty good. Dots in general feel a lot better than they did. I actually played very, very late last night. I was farming Daiaku Augs in Tactics on one of my pet builds, which I have a newfound like appreciation for certain pet builds. It's kind of interesting. I'm playing a mage, enchanter, druid of all things, and it's going pretty well. It's actually somewhat enjoyable. Especially with the new pet commands that Kata got, like all the swarm pet commands and the regular pet commands, and the fact that they work. Yeah, hell yeah. Zeg, what's going on? Yeah, pet builds. You know, it's funny because they're not doing like crazy damage. They definitely have some like tankiness to them, but not terrible. Your Abyss Pal Enchanter Wizard made me super sad. Well, that hasn't been updated in a long time, Conscript, so I don't know what to tell you. Cybergun, what's going on, baby? I'm over my pet build, been camping burning embers. Ooh. Now you have no excuse? Jesus Christ. Did you just do what I think you just did? Dude, Kata, you didn't need to do that. Kata just bought me Baldur's Gate 3. Now I have to play it. Now I have to play Baldur's Gate 3. Well, I appreciate you, man. That was very considerate. That was very nice of you. Thank you so much. BG3! It was selfish. Oh, so that we can play together now? Is that... Did my description of the AA wording make any sense the other day? Which one, Artur? You got to remind me. I'm sorry. I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes. I just want to make sure that because right now I have no idea, honestly. To make you stream it? Oh shit. Okay. I didn't know I had to stream it too. Jesus. It's a good game. I got to the end, but haven't finished it. BG3. Too distracted with EQ. Yeah, for sure. That game is awesome. You'll love it. So many choices on how to play and build. So many builds. Yeah, I'm going to have to be careful. I don't know. Does anybody know like about the scenes, the adult scenes? Like, is there a selector that you can click on that makes it so those don't show? I'm sure there's got to be. I just want to make sure I don't get like smoked while streaming that thing. Kaboom barrels are so fun. Bro Annie. Ooh, hey, Bro Annie. What's going on, baby? How are you doing? No, there is only bear, wiener, and boobs. I heard there's no other things. Blood something or something blood. It's a necro class A that sucks. Oh yeah. You're talking about Death Bloom. That has it doesn't actually outline that it takes like it happens over time. Notorious, what's going on, baby? How you doing? Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, that's good. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So the hope is that we can get something together to give to Kata and Aporia so that they can fix some of that stuff. And we're going to be going over all of the AAs anyway, so we might as well like double dip there, right? Thanks for the bank character idea. I don't know why the poop I haven't done that yet. Yeah, C-Train. I like Listen, don't be me, okay? I'm doing okay, dude. This is like taking a really weird turn in the music area. I'm not mad at it, but it's definitely taking a weird turn. Yeah, man, it's hanging good. We're just leveling up this character. We just got to 40. We started at 31. It's been going pretty fast so far. Yeah, I hit Death Bloom while looting, thinking it was just a one tick thing and almost unalived myself. Oh, why is he screaming at me? No, they're all gonna laugh at you. It goes from 1 to 2, then 3. The next thing you know, you have a whole account of bank tunes. I have that. I have that. Little too heavy for me right now. This is like a randomized channel that I'm listening to, so I apologize if the music's kind of all over. Is this a solo self-found character? Oh, heavens no. This is not a solo self-found character. This is a character that we twinked out. I thought it would be fun with the new changes they made to Rogue. So I made it. I twinked it. I don't do this very often. Usually I do level like solo self-found or something, or I make a character for a build idea. And this character we just went ahead and twinked, and we're gonna try it out and see how much fun it is. Have the demon shake with her comment is the funniest damn thing ever. Ooh. Man. Come on. No dead. No dead. Come on. If you want a PL letter, let me know. Going to be getting VAs. Oh, no kidding. I don't think I'm gonna. I kind of want to level it up because I kind of want to just like, I don't know. It's kind of a mindless character, but I appreciate the offer. I must warn you, you might die laughing. It's that good, really. Dark Animist, what's up, baby? How you doing? I did Soul Self Found Pally Monk Warrior because Variety Void inspired me. They're very AA dependent on early on IMO. Yeah, that's fair. Getting Skittle Drizzit, thank you so much for the follow. Getting going a bit late, trying to get some speaker bot stuff going to warn me when ads are coming, etc. Oh, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and let's sit and heal. I think it's finally working. Hell yeah. Offer is there if you change your mind. Well, thank you again. I really do appreciate it. You've been nothing but awesome, jerk. Jerk. Notorious. I appreciate it, man. I need to level my Ixar hide mask. Ooh. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Dark Animist. That's cool. That's really cool. People will be able to claim 20 Tangia dungeons at a whack. So Tangia dungeon 100 points times 20 is 4,000 points, but every time they redeem a dungeon, the cost goes down 50. Also will go down equal to number of bits cheered and down 200 every time a sub gift happens. That's cool. That's really cool. It means a lot more now too with the changes that they made so that you can actually exceed level 30 easily. Who or where do you want us to send the AA thing to? The like Sinister Strikes AA seems to say it's worth avoiding, and I don't know how true that actually is. So, Sabrina, the AAs are in my Discord, which is I really got to adjust this so this posts in my YouTube channel as well. I apologize for those of you who are going to get this double, but there you go. So if you post them in my Discord, there's a channel in my Discord specifically for AAs that need some work. And if you could just go ahead and post it in that channel, we're going to try and get as many things as we possibly can together. Chunk of dense fungal padding. For some reason, I feel like that's 4 or something. I'm going to loot it. Let's see. Still, everything is red, which is pretty impressive. Is it Beast Epic? You know, I haven't seen any Beast Epics around. I'm surprised with the glamour stuff, like why nobody's really done the Beast Epic. I really like the idea of redemptions that change dynamically. Depends on what happens in chat. This is sort of just testing the waters. Yeah, I agree with you. I actually built an entire system that would hot swap that hot swaps the like things based on different channel redeems. Like you would be able to change the entire theme of the stream. The problem is I got into the weeds so deep with it because you can only have so many channel redeems that it got really messy really fast. Done Beast Epic ×2. It's simple. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised I don't see more of them. I finally get to watch a live stream. Yup, fungal padding is for Beast Epic. Hell yeah, Ratman. How you doing, baby? Ratman was one of our big winners of the art, the big art competition we had. Some really cool stuff. So it was way deeper than that, Dark, because I don't know if you've gotten into this yet, but you can actually only have 50 channel redeems. So what we had to do is we had to build a list of channel redeems, and then we had to copy those channel redeems, have StreamerBot automate the creation of those channel redeems, and then automate the deletion of those same channel redeems so that you could have access to other channel redeems. And we had to, in order to do it cleanly, it works best if you have it create and delete specific ones. And so like each system had its own like build and delete. Can you automate creation and deletion without C? No. Nope. But you can code it in there just fine. Here. Are you cathartic or beat on? Here. That's the channel. Yeah, so Dark Animus, I can't code either. What I ended up doing is I ended up using ChatGPT to create it. And then I copied it and pasted it. Oh, you are cathartic. That's true. Hell yeah. If chat is control, it will eventually be 50 options to reveal wiener. Jesus Christ. Hanging in there, farming Quillmane for a mage epic to make a new tune since we got more slots now. Hell yeah. Oh, look who it is. Oh, Omni, I haven't seen you all day. I haven't seen you all day. Ooh. Oh, wait, Sabrina, is this your pug? Is this your pug? That's a cute pug. That's a cool pug. Definitely haven't seen me at all. Yeah. I can't remember if there are more charm items introduced post-pop. If not, I might be worth looking in and adding some for the plus bane damage that someone was wanting in the last Q&A. Possible. You got to be careful, though. Creating that's my guy. I'm sorry to hear that, Sabrina. But yes, I love the pug. Very awesome. If you look in my if you look in the pictures section of the Discord, you can actually see there's pictures of all my animals and stuff. Could add to that, or maybe add a talisman, etc. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the AUG idea is not too far off the mark. But at the same time, it depends on how relevant you want those fights to be, because Emperor is also a part of progression. So it makes it a little weird when you start talking about like how you're going to do that or overlap it or how it's going to behave in general. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love my babies. I love my mans and my little lady pug. Didn't revive you 100 times in Elden Ring today? Yeah, it wasn't 100 times. What are you talking about? She let me die a lot in Elden Ring. It was 99 times. I got 99 problems about a bitch anyone. No way, bro. Never happened. You have no proof. Damn, we're already 42. This is happening fast. I'm kind of curious what level these things become. Too busy looting chests to help. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, her and Miss Hyde were both teaming up on me for sure. You know, I was just trying to be the best Elden Ring player that I could be. And they were out there just, you know, doing all kinds of crazy things. To be fair, I kept running off on my own and basically dying. Looks like your Discord link and video description is broken. So do you have your cookies and stuff set up? Because I mean, 3 people just use it. I think it's working okay. I know some people who have disabled their cookies or disabled certain things. Discord links don't work too great. Ad blockers sometimes block Discord links as well. It's at 46. They start going yellow. Okay. That's not bad. Stone bladed edge. Also, what's going on, D. O'Brien? I like that name. I like that name. Come on. Unlock my stance. It was a good day. I don't know. I had a lot of fun today. I didn't like as much as I died and whatever happened. Like, it was a lot of fun. I had a good time. I like the minimal downtime and it's constant action. Yeah, for sure. It was a good time playing with Reyna and Miss Hyde too. I like the co-streaming. I'm going to try and do a lot more of it moving forward. A lot more collab stuff with people. Trying to do more collab stuff with, like, you know, obviously the stream team would be great. I'd really, in a perfect world, I'd really like to get everybody together for a static group. You know, I keep pitching this to them, but nobody really responds. So, ooh, dang, there's a yellow one right there. Thought leech. Link works in chat, not from description. Thanks. It's What? Really? It's the exact same link. Like it's the like literally the exact same thing. That's strange. I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, the description in the video. Interesting. Let me look at that. That would be nice. See Raina carry you guys on THJ too. I mean, she does okay on THJ, but like, I think she has characters that are a little more evolved than mine, but I think like a lot of the builds that I play are a little more, do a little more damage. I mean, she does play the warrior monk paladin, which is really insane damage. We actually, her, myself, and Malik all played the same build, and we did Zeb the other day. It was pretty hilarious. Oh yeah, look at that. Starting to yellow out a little bit. So we're 44. All right. D. O'Brien, are you saying the one that's in YouTube? Are you saying the details in YouTube? Hell yeah, dude. Congrats. I just got my my first one recently as well, actually. I was off. No, dude, you're good. You're fine, Harambe. I need to get some iron oxides. Actually, I should have seen what level that is. I think that's roughly like 20, actually. 20 to 25 or something like that. Maris Saru. This isn't so bad. It's a nice little change of scenery for sure. It's kind of fun. Something different. You were there Sunday? Yeah. I mean, the levels are rolling in pretty quick. It's not bad at all. From fantasy creatures to sci-fi tentacle monsters. Yeah. I mean, we are on the moon. Sometimes you just need tentacle creatures. Ooh, Lucid Shard. We could make a real life VT key. Oh my god. Can you imagine solo self-found hardcore? You make it so that people actually have to farm the VT key and all that stuff. That could be nuts. You got a combo. You gonna play for solo self-found? Beaker, we are definitely going to be playing solo self-found and hardcore. We're going to be playing basically all the game modes at the same time. And do I have a build? No, not officially. I've noodled around with a couple of different ideas. I just haven't locked anything down and decided what I'm really going to play yet. At first, I was leaning towards a warrior monk cleric because you basically would be unkillable in that combination. There would be not very much that could actually like put you down in that combination. All right, we're gonna go to the bazaar. Got 2 alerts just heard by me for ads. One is a 3-minute warning. Another one took more work utilizing speaker bot to talk to me. Hell yeah. When break starts, it tells me it's starting for variable seconds, then waits for variable seconds, and then tells me the ads are over. Nice. What are your thoughts on PAL Range Rogue for the new game modes? Carp and Nocturne. I hear a lot of people talking about this build all of a sudden. Like, I got to tell you, I personally would tell people to wait. Wait. They're currently looking at Rangers and possible adjustments, and what I would say is wait. You are very likely going to hit a wall with a build like that is going to hurt as time goes on. It's not a bad build, and it's certainly playable. But if you're playing it in game modes, you are going to hit a point where you no longer can headshot and slay undead things, and that damage is going to hit you like a brick freaking wall. And you're going to be like, ooh, like, how do I do? What do I do? Man, this has been happening a lot too. The gradual disconnects in Bazaar. No, man, you're good. Dark, that's good, dude. It actually makes me happy that you're excited about that kind of stuff, because I get excited about that kind of stuff, but I don't typically get anybody to talk to about that kind of thing. Like all the different things that you can get into and all the different like realms of weirdness and wildness. Yeah, I don't really care all that much. I'm not going to be doing the Beast Lord Epic. I guess SK Rogue Shaman for the new modes. Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. Like, if you want to do that Hanzo build, then you should do the Hanzo build. Like, have fun with it. You're talking about a min-maxi meta game mode, right? And so the problem with that is like, you can theoretically play in a non-min-maxi kind of way, and that's fine. However, you can also be punished quite thoroughly when you get to certain cutoffs. It's a lot of stuff to learn, so I just want. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, if you don't care about min-maxing, then you should be playing, like, play whatever build is fun for you, dude. If you want to play that, if you want to play the Ranger, if you want to play, you know, Ranger, Paladin, Rogue, or whatever, like, get it, get at it, buddy. It's not a, oh god, I did it again. It's not a bad build in whole. It's just Ranger bow damage does not feel particularly amazing right now. And I think it's likely to get some adjustments in the near future. And when it does, it might feel better. It may also change the way that it works. And like, to me, solo self-found, hardcore, those game modes lean a little more into like the need to really think about what you're doing. Because if you don't take into consideration, you will die. You will lose that character 175%. Very new to THJ. Would a Bard, Beast, Magician be viable? Dizzy Bard, 100% be very viable. It would be very viable. Okay, let's get this stuff cooked up here. I have a Palber monk and rolled a new Pal Rogue Ranger and not finding a good use for the Ranger. Yeah, Matt. It's kind of the like bows are really, really good. But right now it lacks synergy with anything else because Rangers are the only things that do range damage. So the only two things you can lean on are either more white damage or procs. And that's really the only two things that work. Because frankly, if you're casting a spell, you're not shooting your bow. And if you're not shooting your bow, then why do you have a bow in the first place? If you're choosing to shoot your bow instead of casting spells, then why are you casting spells or like why did you take the spell build in the first place? The exception to this rule is Bard, and Bard goes really well with Ranger, but you're still running into some problems because then you start getting into these weird spaces where you're looking at spell gems and you know, frankly, Bard is not a bad option to go along with Ranger, but it's one of the very few things that actually has some real synergy. Ooh, Nature's Precision. I feel the exact same way about Wizard as a primary damage dealer. Wizard is absolute. So between you, me, and the wall, Wizard is one of the highest damage classes in the game right now. Kata, plug your ears. Wizards can do some absolutely obscene things right now in the game. I'm honestly, I'm not entirely sure why it's not talked about more. Day 52 of suggesting Rangers should bow while casting. The problem that creates the problem that creates is that you wind up with then you take like a wizard or you take a class with reins or something to that extent, and you all of a sudden like can really exploit some damage, and then the bow becomes an afterthought. It's no longer the primary source of damage, it's just a support source of damage, and that just feels bad in my opinion. Yeah, but that's what people want. People want the bigger bow numbers. Like I agree with you. I think being creative is a good idea, but bow right now doesn't even have average good numbers. Like it's pretty it's not great. You can't cast reins as a wizard. What do you mean you can't cast reins as a wizard? No, you won't. I do it all the time. I die to self reins all the time. Then your resists aren't high enough. Let's see here. Valdstein, what's going on, baby? How you doing? How high of resist you need? You run 700. Is melee damage borked now? What do you mean, Goody? I don't know. I have roughly 700 on my character. I don't rain myself. I use rains, I use PBAOEs, I use all kinds of wild stuff with that. All right, we've got all this. Woke up from a nap, confused about the time. Saw you streaming, even more confused about the time. Nice. Needs more heroic charisma confirmed. Actually, that's kind of funny you say that because it's literally what I focused entirely on. Like, literally put all of my... Like, I didn't even focus on int or spell damage. I put all of my points in heroic charisma. What am I playing right now? This is a Ranger Monk Rogue. So we're playing Ranger because we're actually using it as a melee build. I'd have to see this tech to see someone not die to rains. Sure, it won't happen often, but when it happens, it's bad. So we could slay the dragons? Yes. So I could get with them. They would give me their phone numbers. Dying to rains in hardcore equal hilarious? Yeah, I probably wouldn't use that in hardcore. Bot question. Turning off my SE ad break message and implementing one in bot. Your stream elements? Ad break message? What's the difference between sending a message to chat and sending an announcement? So an announcement is like this. So that's an announcement, right? Well, it also, if you look at the top of chat, it also should be staying up there for a second. Wow. Wow. Listen, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, hurtful. Every hardcore death will be hilarious, especially when it happens on stream. Yes, Keston's stream will be a source of infinite laughter. Yeah, it hangs out. Oh my god, I need Mastery of the Past. Oh god, I need Mastery of the Past. I can't cast anything. I just hope Stream Team puts some compilation into race so they aren't too careful. There is not going to be any race. I tried to put something together and nobody was interested. Oh, you're good, Carpe. I tried to get somebody to get people together, even just to do a like a static group, and nobody responded. Quick new player question. If I'm playing Paladin Monk, what would the difference between adding Berserker and Warrior be into this trio? Okay, so if you use Warrior, if you get Warrior, you get AC debuffs, you get tons of defensive stats, tons of defensive disciplines, tons of defensive and offensive AAs. If you take Berserker, you get tons of offensive everything. Everything is offensive. Nothing is defensive. Everything goes outward damage. So your survivability will be less, but your damage output will be greater. Whereas Warrior, you have some defensive ability and you have some offensive ability. now, some did. Yeah. Well, we were talking, I think, when... Right? Yeah, no problem, dude. Let's see here. I'm down to do stuff. Just dealing with a lot of stuff medically until they fix this hole in me. I'm not 100% sure each day's availability. Yeah, you're fine, man. Listen, that wasn't like a call out to any specific person. It was just, you know, when you have people who are interested in doing stuff, or if we do have people interested in doing stuff, you know, I would like for people to, you know, we could plan it out. We could get things rolling. Because when people don't express being interested in stuff, I'll just, you know, I'll continue on. I'll do something else. I'll make other plans. 47. Nice. Ooh, I kind of want to go to Plane of Hate. We could farm some Shields of the Immaculate. Yeah. One just has a little bit more offensive. Actually, it has quite a bit more offensive, and the other one has, you know, a lot more defensive going for it. Good luck. I've got over 20 kills in Eerie Chest without a drop. Oh, Bry Guy. No. No. Are there any two-hand builds walking around, or is Shield Specialist way too much upside? Yeah. The Berserker Paladin Monk build is a two-handed build. And it is doing crazy damage. Gotta lock down that open world spawn plus respawning DZ. Nod. Yeah. Plankton Sword with a destructive force repo, probably bonkers AF. Well, it was once upon a time, but they changed the way that riposte works now. So you only riposte one attack per round. Dan Banana. Ooh, I like your name. Very banana-rific. Thank you so much for the follow. Still big AoE melee though. 173. Try doing it with a coral hilted Tulwar. Dark Animus. Pop that Rage of Ralozek. Hit that Furious. And watch the entire field die. Rage is a crutch. Mr. Stoic, do you know if there's any plans to open new servers? I'm running out of ideas for character names, and it's only going to get worse. Hired Goon, no, there's no plan for new servers. I do not think that these guys are going to make any new servers. Necromancy is the true power. I wish the two-hand weapons didn't have a damage decrease. Having a rogue Zerker just absolutely impaling with two-hand pierce would be awesome. Oh, you're talking about for backstab. I was like, what's the decrease you're talking about? Yeah. The problem is that would also be ridiculously overpowered. You'd have massive backstabs, like bullshit massive backstabs. Want to buy a name freed up by the devs or unfiltered? Oh God. How come Palberg Monk plays two-hander instead of one-hand shield? Two-hand, because two-hand is in that particular case is ridiculously good. They get bonuses to that. You need to chill. You need to chill. You're being ridiculous. This little Chihuahua Beagle mix is being a little Newfoundland. Because you can use the Zeb two-hander, which is actually a really good two-hander, and that's pretty much it does massive damage and has a life tap attached to it. Palmug Burr is one hand. Only two hand I know is using Zeb weapons. That's right. Yep. That is accurate. Palmug Burr is it is actually two-hand. Whoa, that's your child. Give treats. No, you got to understand. So, okay. So what she does is she wakes up my wife. Okay. She wakes up my wife and then she gets my wife to give her a treat. And then she comes in here and she thinks that she can play like she didn't get a treat and demand another treat. And then when I give her a treat, she's going to run back in and wake my wife up and give her and make her give her another treat. She just plays this game. Yeah, she's insanely smart. Like insanely smart. We are closing in on 200k characters. Holy smokes. Wait, you play EQ and you have a wife? You mean there's hope for me after all? I've had a wife for 15 years. Does that mean I'm like some kind of nerd superstar? Am I the nerd messiah? No. Yeah. What's going on, Mark? How you doing, baby? Darkwing is 100% taken. There you go. There you go. There's also an issue of pet names can't overlap with player names, but I think I have a fix. Yeah, 100k players at once. I bet you have to have another server. Yeah, I mean, I think 200k characters, because it's over the names, right? It's not over the actual online players. Jesus Christ. Just so you know, Dark Animus, they're not super excited about that particular term. they don't that isn't a term of endearment to the devs, aka Catapultum is one of the devs. Oh, I know. Not everybody knows that, though. And we have people over on YouTube that can't see the Twitch chat. Which we can't share because someone was just recently banned for this. Someone was actually banned for sharing chat, which sucks. I actually need to write a whole new, I need to create a whole new thing so I can stream differently to YouTube than I stream to Twitch so that you guys can have each other's chat seen. It's okay. We can be the redheaded stepchild on chat for no ads. Yeah. Well, so here's the thing though, is when I make the VODs, like when I make the VODs for like the Q&A and stuff, I want people to be able to see both chats. The problem becomes that Twitch is really, they're like really cracking down on people for the multi-streaming stuff, because there are people talking about the multi-streaming stuff. Basically, people are steering their viewers to other platforms. Output mix chat into web server and implement output on its own external tab. People can pop out. No, we're going to create two different canvases, and one canvas will go to Twitch and the other canvas will go to YouTube. Can your Warsham? Yes, the Warsham and Necro can solo baby Zeb. Milo, once you get shielding augs and the Zeb weapon, like if you get the shield, it's actually really good as well because it increases the amount of healing you get from all sources. Well, there we go. We're now 50 and we got Trick Shot, which doesn't do anything. Technique of Master Wu and Mirai Loker's Rigor. What does that do? What the hell does Mirai Loker's Rigor do? Passive ability adds a weapon proc on backstab, which increases all weapon damage for a short time. Passive ability adds a weapon proc on backstab, which increases all weapon damage for a short time. Wait. What? Has this always done this and I've just never noticed? Is it really rare? Or are we talking about lethality? Are we talking about lethality? This? That must be what it is. Okay, it is lethality. All right, all right. That makes way more sense. So that's exactly what I'm talking about with the tooltips, though. Like that tooltip, what this says, right? Passive ability that adds a weapon proc on backstab, which increases all weapon damage for a short time. Each rank increases the chances to proc and damage added. That is not representative of what this actually does. Like, watch. Oh, look, it resets. That's not a short-term buff. I'm worried that that means that they'll lose the ability of 100% uptime on lethality, but actually, let's go give Cat a hard time for me. Thanks for an offhanded comment on the Q&A. He got me hooked on Icelandic scared. Ah, Rat Man. Nice. Kata, Ratman is taking your advice. Getting into some weird things. Yes, the old yogi. Yeah. All right, let's see. We did that. Let's go get the rest of our spells since we probably have additional spells now. These go up to 50. Call of Flame, nice. Call of Earth, ooh, nice, real nice, actually. All right, let's see. Damage shield. I also like the Cabot vanilla bean Greek yogurt. Not the fat-free crap, full cream, extra thick, and full of flavor. Yeah. So you know where Cabot is? It's in Vermont. I've actually been to where that stuff is made. Ben and Jerry's is also a thing in Vermont. If you're into that kind of thing. Ooh, I wonder if this stays up because of the rogue. Where did Call of Flame go somewhere weird? Oh, you know what else? There's a vision, Falcon Eye. Ben and Jerry's in VT is a pretty fun experience. Yeah. What's going on, J-Doc? How you doing? Can't cast any spells. Thoughts on SK Monk Zerker? Highlight. That was actually my very first, actually my second character that I made on the server. Indomitable used to be that. It's a really good build up until you hit something that has a disease or a curse on it, or something you can't cure, and then it feels pretty mush. As long as you're okay with relying on things like fungus-covered vials for curse cure, and you're okay with like relying on Shield of the Immaculate to cure disease, and then there's another item out there, I can't think of it off the top of my head, for poison. You know, you're good. Otherwise, it's great. Like it feels really good. It's a really enjoyable build. It just runs into this problem where if there's mechanics that you don't have an answer to, it doesn't feel so great. Do you eat it before or after? Oh, Jesus. VT has baller ice cream and unnatural obsession with syrup. I always drive up and snag a few gallons of extra dark whenever I can. Hell yeah, Milo. Let's see. We got all that. We do have some disciplines and stuff we could buy too. We go to EC Tunnel and go pick those up. We have these now. We got those. We could do some casted spells here. Lurk, Carpa, thank you so much. Dark Animus, why would you get that idea? What would ever give you that idea that I'm saving pearl necklaces? I would never. Frankly, I'm offended by this idea. This is just, this is, you are putting things out into the world. Yes, I'm definitely saving pearl necklaces. See them? See? I have no goal or place that those might go or not go, or maybe like do, oh, look at all these toes here too. Look, this is all nerd. So here's how this goes. See, we loot all the toes. We loot all the toes that nerd sends us, right? We loot all these. And then we go like this. Later, seasons of night. Hell yeah. Take it easy, Carpy. Thank you so much for coming in, man. See, we just make sure that it's going to somebody. I don't know who HJ Bros is, but they're getting a lot of toes. Oh no, we gotta send these individually. We can't be sending them. We can't be sending them two at a time. That's just silly talk. And then we reserve these. special for this boy. He's been a good little monkey, and he's been cleaning out his parcel, too. You're very generous. He should be grateful, yes. Do you have any idea how much stamina I spent acquiring all of these pearl necklaces? Many, many nights working hard and protein. Yeah. Look at that. Look at all this hard work we did. Ah, yes. Enjoy, Senor Void. Enjoy. Who the fuck is sending me pro? Oh man, yeah. Oh, hey, Void. What's going on? I'm sitting in Sleeper's tomb getting blown up. What? Let's see. Let's go screw around in the planes real quick. Plane of hate. At least I just got a Lego blocking og. Thanks for the necklaces, baby. Ooh, nice little Lego blocky og. All right, nobody's here. You know what I haven't been doing at all, actually. So I have a bunch of skills that I probably should have been leveling up. Let's see here. Auto skill. Round kick off. Auto skill flying kick on. Oh, he just ran in there. He just ran right by me while I clicked stuff. That's fine. How much do I have to dono for Kata to convert all of VV's Lego Ogs in the bank to pearl necklaces? Ooh. I just got a Lego block. Yeah. Who's got an Ultra Ball? Ooh. There we go. Ooh, look at that triple attack go off. Get them triple attacks going. You are my Ultra Ball. Ooh. Hot. While leveling up a new tone, didn't buy spells until 48. Yeah, nice. I still need to go get the disciplines, but it's whatever. Not super worried about it yet. I mean, we're shredding stuff. Can't complain about this. Earth Staff. We'll loot that. What class combo? J-Doc, this is a Ranger Monk Rogue. It's kind of a fun class, or a fun combo. A lot of melee damage, a lot of melee output. We really need to start putting some points into some, like, more offensive stuff so we can kill things quicker, but also the Shanai, I think, is a little bit of a trap. I think I need like a Cudgel of Wrecking or something. My Pal Monk Ranger is nutty. How much DPS, Triznar? Non-undead. 51. What's the cure plan for this trio? Do Rangers get enough? No, Rangers do not get enough. We're going to use items. Well, hello there, Lord of Loathing. What's your healing on this combo? Just Ranger heals. And mend from the monk. But yeah, basically, there's not a lot there. We're gonna be utilizing life tap procs probably. And a butt ton of attacks. Ooh. Because you're going to start seeing, especially as I get higher up, like I'm going to start spamming like a lot of attacks all at once. So the idea is that we hopefully will like do enough damage or attack fast enough to proc enough life taps. They'll just make lots and lots of money. Want to buy some jelly beans? I have a few. No, I'm good. I don't parse, but hitting for 3,200 with shield spec and ranger damage buff proc. Are you auto attacking, Drizner? Are you just doing like melee auto attacks? Yeah. So what are you using ranger for? You're talking about the Ring of Fire, comma. The melee damage proc and flurry. Yeah. And self buffs. We actually already have like a video that we're going to be dropping with that in there. Like useful tips and tricks. I have a couple of videos lined up. Some of the stuff is recorded. Unfortunately, with some of the changes they've done over on test recently, it's a little harder to record over there without showing off some jank that it comes along with playing on the test server. And it's very hard to like recreate. Like if I were to do like multiple build guides, right? Like the amount of gear and money that I would need in order to push all those builds up to that same point that I can just push them to on test would be insane. Like absolutely absurd. Self bust. If I double swing, I can flurry twice because monk and ranger both have that extra attack aid they each have. Part of the reason I avoided it, heard it took a while, but also heard now it's shorter, so I might just try it to see it. Yeah, it's definitely faster, but it is also still not very quick. It's definitely faster, but it's just not. It's still kind of a slow event. There used to be a huge long delay in between waves, and that is mostly gone. Bom, 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 bom. There we go. A little bit of like 80s music, like 80s TV show music. I don't want to start putting points into AAs again here soon. Man, when this was classic, we spent so much time, like Void, myself, and a bunch of other people. We spent so much time up in freaking hate. Like, it was absurd how much time we spent up here. Entire days. Like, you would go and do like an 8-hour session and be happy because you got like 40 AA an hour. You'd be elated if you got 40 AA an hour. Not anymore, though, huh? I didn't keep track, but in theory, I can hit like 12 times in a combat round from ruse and flurry, strikes, kick, maybe more. Weeks in playing ahead. Yeah, it's true. Had AA shock seeing that after 12 or so, I had put 100 points into each buff slot increase. Yeah. Yep. Actually, that's a really... Oh, no, we still have the... Getting a really weird, like, server DCs. It's like we just, like, lose connection to the server for a few seconds over and over again. Cast heal. You know what? Can we get Mastery of the Past? Mastery of the Past. Boom. Here we go. No more. Oh my god, look at how terrible the ceiling is too. Whee! Well, it'll be better once we get a sympathetic healing item. Actually, you know what I need to do too? Three, 6, 7. Haven't been doing anything with Mend either. For those of you who don't know, the reason I'm looting this armor is because you can actually hand this armor in Plane of Knowledge, and they'll give you gems. And you can then spend those gems on various different... you can sell them, obviously. Like, you get blue diamonds and things like that. So it's not a bad idea to loot a lot of this stuff. Not to mention, some of the stuff actually looks really good as far as like glams and stuff go. So something to consider. I never knew that. Who do you turn in the arm? So yeah, each piece is different. So like this is a magician headpiece. So you take this to the magician guildmaster in POK. This is a bard piece. So you bring this to the bard grandmaster in POK. Well, if that happened, that means... Aw. I think this could be a fun class. I don't know how, like, what the longevity in this class will be, but I think in general it's just fun. I like the melee. I like that it's really fast. I mean, the hits are obviously very low. I think that getting some more accuracy and stuff is really going to help. But as you can see, like, this is practically always moving. The warrior ones only accept the correct ones for their race, i.e. the XR warriors, I believe, only takes the XR warrior unless it's different here. No, I think you're right, Sabrina. I do believe you're right. There's a good one and an evil one. Is that the only hate, or does growth and fear also same thing? Yeah, if you wanted to do this for growth, plane of growth or plane of fear, same thing. Does the same stoof. Man, we're actually making quite a bit of money doing this. Kind of funny. Funny money. Man, we're so far ahead of schedule here. Booyah. I don't know. I'll be excited, especially like when we get this build up a little higher. We can get it some more AAs. You can really do a lot of damage. Been vendoring all of growth. Whoops. Jump into respawning and you don't need to compete for Eerie. Yeah, it's true. I'm just being lazy. Maybe I should try that. I need some plat. Yeah. Hate and fear are actually really good for money in general. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, plane of growth is really insane because you can pull the whole zone and kill it. Oh, cleric, rogue, wizard is all kinds of silly too. Yeah, I bet. I bet, Drisner. La 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 la. We're actually doing quite a bit of damage here too. Just burning shit up. I do think the Shinai might have been a mistake. I kind of wanted to use it for the AC debuff, but I feel like the strikes that I'm making with it are kind of poop. Like the strikes are kind of low. I made a Pally Necro Shami. Hell yeah. How does that feel, Mark? What is this? Hex style. What's going on? It's a Ranger Monk Rogue. And we're doing weird stuff. So we're killing things in plane of hate. Not using a bow. No. We are intentionally avoiding bows. We're just using we're using our fists and our weapons of doom. Literally just trying to take the most I mean, Ranger does have some nice melee stuff too, and their attack is pretty wild. The fact that you can spread those attack buffs to a rogue or to a monk is pretty insane. And then I think late game will probably transition things over to something a little more like Healy procky, like maybe Cudgels of Wrecking or something. I made a Necro Shaman and Drew. Ixar started Demi-Lich Cap and did 2 quests and now understand why it's so much, too much trade skill. So, comma, I don't know if Kata is still here, but apparently the cap, the Demi-Lich Skull Cap is no longer stacking with Saren line. So I don't know if that I didn't experience that personally, but somebody sent me a message today saying that they just got the cap and it's no longer stacking. So that may be a reason just not to do the cap. Yeah, we'll take a look into it. But they, allegedly it started with the last patch, so I don't know if something maybe got changed incidentally, like they didn't intend to. But if that's the case, then we'll have to look into it. You bought one a week or two ago. Oof. This may be. There's if it's not working, then it's not working. Like it may be a bug, but I would definitely wait. Yeah, it is mana free damage. It's true. Night, bro, guy. Peace out, bro. Still nice to have when drained. Yeah, for sure. God, look at all these misses. We need like a ton of accuracy or like heroic stats. I mean, once we get a ton of attack, I think we'll be landing a lot more attacks, but I need to MS Paint a simple starting soon screen or something, but not today. I've wasted too much time. Hell yeah, Dark Animus. I have all kinds of plans for that stuff. My starting soon screen and my goodbye screen, I'm going to be layering fire graphics over where there's fire on the screen, so it actually looks like it's burning. It's just I gotta like go through, I gotta get the graphics, I gotta do the opacity, and like there's so much stuff I want to do that I just don't have time. You know what I spent most of this morning doing before I streamed? I called 11 different CPAs. After I called 11 different CPAs, I gathered my P&L documentation, profits and loss documentation, and I forwarded it to a bunch of them because they said basically they won't, like most of the CPAs aren't accepting new clients. The ones that were said that I need to supply them with my P&L documents. So I've done that. And then I went through and audited everything before I sent it off. So I made sure that all my numbers were accurate and good. I went over and looked at my quarterly tax payment info so that I made sure that like I'm not over certain caps and I'm under certain other things. Have I seen your Be Right Back screen? No, I haven't. Lore-wise, I still want to know why monks can't make their fist legendary. Ooh, big ugs. Maybe I don't fully understand bees, or I'm singing, or the stinging swarm on it, but I feel like Kata or Aporia said that should proc off bard dots. No, Boomer, they said that it's not procking off bard dots and that their plan is to make sure it does. It currently does not, but they want it to, so it's not doing it yet. They discuss adding the dot procs to bard songs. Yeah. It hasn't occurred yet, but they want to do it. So in addition to doing all that fun tax money stuff, I then reviewed all of my vendors and everything to make sure that all my stuff was all squared away. Scheduled a podcast with a couple of the big guys that make a lot of the builds that you guys see in the Discord over on the THJ stuff. We're going to be doing a podcast style thing that I'm going to post for my YouTube members as well as on my Spotify. And it's going to be there so that it's going to be there. I'm releasing this as content. I decided what I'm going to do for my members over on YouTube is that I'm going to start putting my like research and the homework I do for different builds and stuff. I'm going to post that in there for them to see. So this will include videos like when I'm going through and I'm taking weapons and I'm parsing them against one another. I'm actually going to show the hard data in there. And then the Spotify thing, I'm really trying to get started off the ground. And so I'm going to start putting some podcasts over there where like we're going to interview Caliphus and Scotty C. Where it's not even an interview. Like we're just going to talk about like some of the builds and some of the different stuff that's going on. Cat, what's going on, Cat? How you doing? Yeah, the hard data. We're going to try and get it so that just talk about like the current state of the server, what some of the things are going on, what we think is good, what we think is bad, some of our favorite builds, why they're our favorite builds, like what we think are some of the best beginner builds, what we think are some of the worst beginner builds, and then we're going to kind of go with that. We're going to build that up. And so that particular thing will be available on Spotify in an effort to get more people over to that platform. Because unfortunately, to monetize on Spotify, I need 2,000 unique viewers, which is crazy. I can't even imagine getting 2,000 people over there. Seems like Monk Epic isn't that useful as other because it can't be clicked till 50. Seems unfair. That's an interesting point. I don't know. You should Sabrina, you should make a recommendation in the Discord that it should be clickable at a lower level. Maybe it's just an oversight. It's likely just an oversight, honestly. Irrelevant. Did you do it today? Did you test it today? Because somebody was saying, somebody messaged me and said, as of today, it didn't work. That it was working before then, and it is not anymore. Ooh, you know what I just thought of? We might be in the wrong zone. What if we went to... I mean, I respect, like, I would love to get my stinky little fingers on a Shield of the Immaculate, but we could be farming, like, Thorny Vine, too. That'd be really nice to get some nice Thorny Vine armor. Glam that out. That Thorny Vine stuff looks really good. It took me like an hour to 90 minutes just to get the brains, pain in the butt, since only like 6 Sarnak hatchlings. I don't know if I should show you what I have in my bank. So I went out there to farm the torches, and while I was farming the torches, I got like 12 brains. Ancient summoning being higher level than anything above it into the 50s pets. How much does sympathetic strike healing buff scale with its number? Is 8 way better than 7? Yes. Each progressive higher sympathetic is considerably higher than the previous. I farmed Shin Frogs all day today. Solo self-bound for Shin Greaves. Nope, not one. Really? Man, when I'm not looking for those Shin Greaves, I run into them all the damn time. I don't know, Boomer. That's an interesting one. Level 1 Necropet with Ancient Summoning being higher level than anything above it into the 50s pets. Really, that is probably a bug, my friend. You should report that and possibly get yourself some EOM. This is really starting to do some pretty decent damage, too. All right. So let me show you guys. We've got a nice little collection of armor now, right? I'm gonna kill this eerie chest again real quick, and then we're gonna go to POK, and I want to show you guys how some of this works. Oh damn, a lot of chests over here. I made some hot cocoa, and I still have a little bit of hot cocoa left. Pretty nice. I do love my hot cocoa. What? Did you just say the level 1 Necropet stays red until about level 46? Oh, God. Am I doing... Zante, I will eventually be doing a hardcore solo self-found character. When the game mode comes out, we'll be launching it. We'll definitely be playing a character then. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I might actually do like a little event. It depends. If we can get the stream team together to like do some stuff with that, then maybe we would do that. But again, I'm not sure how interested a lot of those guys are in doing it that way. Known bug on the Necropet, I believe. Oh, okay. So it has been reported, Sabrina. Level 2 Magpad is like 56. 8 beat pass. Oh, god damn. Whoops. That's hilarious. Hopefully they fix that before. Dude, if they don't fix that, before solo self-found and hardcore, that will be an issue. Xanta, Final Fantasy 14, FF14. Thank you so much for the follow. Only with symbol. Yeah. No, I got that. Yeah. You need the time pad focus, not getting that as solo self-found or hardcore. I'm sorry, Valdstein. Was that a challenge, my friend? Did you say you are not getting? Is that what I heard you say? Is that what I heard you say? That is a really interesting thing. All right, hold up. I'm sorry. Do I need to tell you to hold my beer? God, that would be a truly crazy weekend if we do that. Maybe we do it. Maybe we do. Maybe we do it. What is that? That's the 27th. We could. All right. Theoretically, we're gonna do a charity thing in July, but maybe we do the charity thing from June 27th to July 27th. And we launch the charity with a huge stream. What should I be using at 65? So, Cyril X, it's not about level. It's about how much mana your heals cost. So let me show you something real quick. So all right. Really? There we go. Really? There's just no legendary ones? There's no legendary ones. Okay. All right, here we go. Sympathetic healing 8. Okay. So if you look right here, okay, what you're going to want to notice is that it does have this minimum level piece, which is typically not a big deal because you're not going to have a heal that is going to clip this mana requirement pre-50. So this is the real issue, is it's more about the mana usage. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find a heal, or do you see this? Do you see what this word says? Beneficial. It doesn't say a heal spell only. It says beneficial, which means if I go down here, oh, utility beneficial, that's weird. If I go down here and I select Call of Earth, right? And then I target myself with Call of Earth, and then I just cast this on myself. This could theoretically proc a heal using sympathetic healing. If you have a rune spell, because you're an enchanter, sympathetic healing can proc on rune. So on and so forth. It just has to be a beneficial spell with this mana cost. So you can size these items down, 7, 6, 5, 4, so on and so forth. And as long as what you're casting is a beneficial spell and it has this mana requirement, you're good. You'll get the effect of this. It's really strong. Now, on the flip side of that, you have Sympathetic Strike. And on Sympathetic Strike, there's no level requirement. And there's only a 10 mana requirement. So minimum level 1, minimum mana cost 10. It also procced off Enchant Clay. Hell yeah, cast that Enchant Clay. Walk around and find out. But there's some really cool things that you can do with that stuff. So that what I was going to show you guys is how you can go over here and you can click on this, click on this, click on that. Go to Plane of Knowledge. Okay. So these big buildings on either side have a bunch of guild masters. And so you can walk up through here. I don't think I got any rogue stuff. Maybe I did. Ethereal Mist. Rune Etched. Pothic Kilt. Ethereal, that's a cleric. All right. Cleric, cleric, cleric. Those are warrior, right? Yeah. Okay. That's shaman. Cleric. Apothic. Indiclit. Ethereal Mist. Apothic. Scaled Hierophant. So these are shaman, but there's our lizardmen shaman. Ethereal Mist. Ethereal Mist. Ethereal Mist. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Legionnaire Scale. So this is, again, this is warrior, but it's Ixar. So if you want, you can come in here. You see this warrior guy right here? Oh, well, I don't know. Why'd you give me that? Assassin's Chest Guard. Anyway, so you can go over here to the warrior, right? See how that was? This is an Ixar helmet. But you can walk over to this guy who's an actual Ixar. And he gives you a gem. Raw diamond. Now, this guy is a warrior guild master. Give him the item. Boop. Gives me a gem. Raw diamond. Diamond. Okay. Inoculate Greaves. Give him this. Boop. Bonk. That's another diamond. Rune Etch. That is shaman. I don't see directly. That's the shaman. That's the scaled hierophant. And then let's see here. Ethereal, those are cleric, which I don't see in here. We got the Shadow Knight. We got the caster stuff. Insidious. Put these up here. Same thing, same thing. Same thing. That's Insidious. Apothic. Ethereal Mist. Imbrued, that's Bard. Insidious. Imbrued. Bard. And this is Scaled Hierophant. So, wait, didn't we see yeah, we did. Give that to him. Boop. Peridot, I think. Yeah. That one was less cool. But you can see we're getting diamonds pretty easily. Pretty quickly. You can give this to the rogue guy here. Boop. Oh. We might have to give it to the other guy. We'll check on the other one. Because these are evil vendors. And not some of them go to the evil vendors, some of them go to the good vendors. Let's see here. So you got those ones, and then you got this building over here. Can't remember. I think this one has some vendor, some guys in it too. Vendor. There we go. There's the shaman guy. Rune etched. Bam, another gem. Cleric. All right, let's see if we can give these evil cleric things. Nice. Hell yeah. So you can see very quickly, we're building up some gems. And I don't think we were in Plane of Hate all that long, right? Like, would you guys say that we were in Plane of Hate for a super long time? And you see we're getting diamonds more than anything. Like, we've gotten three peridots, and we've gotten all these other things, right? Like, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how quickly we've made all this money. Because I'm going to show you the next trick. Apothic. That's Apothic. So this is all... Actually, wait. Is that something? Oh, that's totally different. So we got all this stuff. Let me look. Let me use the map here. All right, that's the Gravelord stuff. Oh, there is a bard over here. He's in the back. All right. He is in here. Hello, bard. Another diamond. Another diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. We making all the monies. That's the cleric guy. So what we'll do, just really quick, so I can serve you guys up with a example of this. We'll go back to the bazaar real quick. For solo stuff found in hardcore, this won't work. I can show you a couple other good money camps for solo stuff found in hardcore, though. So you can take this. All right, I'm going to put all my money in the bank because I want to show off how much money this makes, right? So we're literally putting every little penny down to the last silver in there. We're going to go over here. What's going on, Luke? How you doing, baby? Hey Stoic, hope the hunt goes well. I just made it to Kunark and killed Track for the first time ever. Hell yeah, tried 2 times back in the day, but never got it done. Feels good to finally put him down. Hell yeah. So we're going to go to Jolum. Jolum is the vendor that always, 100% of the time, will give us the max value of an item. So if the max value of this is 10 platinum, he will buy this for 10 platinum. Some of you guys have heard me say this stuff a lot, but okay. So he's going to buy the Peridots for 10. So that's 30 plat right off the bat. The diamonds he buys for 200. We made 7. So that's 1,400 plat. Blue diamonds he buys for 250. We made 6. Okay. Raw diamonds, 200. Diamond, 200. So just in the time that we went there, we made all right, we're not going to sell the rest of these because we can hand them in. So just in that little short time we were there, we made 5,776 plat, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 items to turn in. So let's say on average, that's a regular diamond per piece. So that's another, what, 2,200 plat? So that's like 7. I mean, that's literally like, actually, that's closer to 8K. So you're talking 8K and, you know, just for farming a Shield of the Immaculate. Which if we get the Shield of the Immaculate, that's another, if I sold it, that could be another 10K. Or if I used it for one of my characters, it's an insane item and really good. But you will have access to Plane of Hate and Plane of Fear upon start. So if you don't sell those items, hint, 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 when you're looting those items out of Plane of Hate and Plane of Fear that you don't need for your solo self-found character, save those items, throw them in a bank, like throw them in your bank and just freaking wait until you get there. And then you'll be able to sell all this stuff. And then you'll be able to buy all your spells. You'll be able to buy whatever it is that you need. Maybe you need a trade skill so you can craft like the elemental stuff. I don't know if you guys have thought about that too much. How do you start as a solo self-found character? I don't know if they want me telling you that yet. But what I can tell you is when you create your character, you will be solo self-found, or hardcore, or regular. It will be during the character creation process. Right? In Plane of Nightmare, if Plane of Nightmare wasn't so buggy, Summon Under the World, the Hobgoblin Cave is super lucrative. So, Boomer, there's a trick to that too. These rabbit swarms at low level are a little OP. Yeah, Hex style, they sure are. That is right. That will be the next big patch. Yeah. God, I wish Solo Self-Found was on the 20th. I'm fiending. Solo Self-Found means you never group. So Solo Self-Found means just you, ever. Self-Found means you can group with other self-found people. Self-Found means no group. Or, I'm sorry, self-found means you can group. Solo self-found means no group. And then hardcore means one life. One life to live. Oh, look at that bear. Look at that giant. That's a really fat kitty. Look at that. Look at this fat kitty. Look at this guy. Look at this fat kitty right here. Look at that big old kitty on that armor. Look at him. He's all big. Will I like that it's group with other self-found only. Yeah. And Kata, so AJ Crowner, Kata actually stopped in stream earlier to let us know that he got the loot stuff working so that when you loot an item and you're in a group, you can just trade it with people who are in the group when you looted the item for a short period of time. Will solo self-found characters benefit from the AA bonus flagging on your account? XVileMX, no, they will not. And there is an option to, but it is not mandatory to remove the server buffs if you choose to do so. Was watching the WoW hardcore stuff a few months ago, and I don't think could ever be for me. Yeah, Big Ugs, it's not going to be for everybody. So in solo self-found, would you be able to send things to alts? No. In solo self-found, you would not be able to send, you won't be able to interact that character with anybody else. And just to give you an example of how deep they are doing some of the testing, there was a trick where you could essentially, like, if you and I were a solo self-found character, right? I could go over here and I could sell an item to, say, this vendor, right? I could sell these pants to this vendor. And if somebody else had sold these pants to this vendor, you would be able to do a trick where you could just buy that item. And even things as simple as that are being fixed. You will not be able to interact with other players if you're solo self-found. Like, they are really coming in hot for that shit. We are trying to think of everything we can during the testing to prevent people from exploiting. But it's one of the reasons that they're not immediately putting the ladders in, because they expect there are things that we won't see and that we don't know. And so you will have the opportunity to essentially, yes, like test it out to it. Yeah. Yep. Played RuneScape. I wonder if it helps increase grouping if you do just self-found. That would be cool. Cybergun, I would love more things. Like, I would love some incentives to group, but they are trying to, like, remain sort of out there as far as, like, yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, thanks a lot, Valdstein. Well, that's okay, Sabrina. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for stopping in. Boomer Berry, you will not be able to click the item. If there's an item, like if he dropped an item and I was solo self-found and I ran up, I wouldn't be able to click that item. So the way it's going to work is, well, essentially the way it works in a less than, because I don't know how the code works. I have no idea how all that works. But basically, imagine if that item had like a flag on it, and that flag was that it was found by a solo self-found character, or that you yourself have a flag that you're a solo self-found character, and so you can't even interact with that item. Like, imagine it's there's no prefix or anything, but imagine if there's, like, you know, magic, no trade, attunable, like solo self-found, right? Imagine that. It'd be something like that. But there's not. So in that example that I gave you, there's not going to be something like that. Like, there's no signifier. You just can't interact with it. It's the way that works. But I love you guys. This was a little bonus stream. I've been kind of neglecting EQ the last 2 days. So I wanted to get something on the books to stream for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little stint here. I appreciate you guys coming in and watching. I know this isn't my normal time, and I really do appreciate you guys stopping in and checking things out. We're going to go ahead and raid out. Let's see who we got. I know we got some people. I know Bro Annie's in here. We got Ranks Hee up in here. Let's see. Oh, we got Sarkoth. Sarkoth is also... Ooh, let's hit Sarkoth. I haven't raided Sarkoth yet. Oh, Dark Animus is going too. Jesus Christ. You freaking late night Goombas. Yeah, no problem. No problem. We're going to be doing you know, more EQ content throughout the week. Mondays are going to be reserved for other games. And we are going to start trying to get like one day a week where we do collab stuff. We'll see how that works out though. Oh, Luke. We'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Will knows, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you all for the follows, for the subscriptions, all that stuff. Please consider hitting up YouTube and Spotify when we're not around. There's tons and tons of videos and content on both Spotify and YouTube for you guys to listen to or watch. We're going to be trying to increase that. I have right now 3 videos that are all the graphics, all of the content has been collected. It's just a matter of putting it together and editing it for some new build guides. And then we also have some things that I'm going to try and get out specifically as they pertain to solo self-found and hardcore, as well as all these other. I have a ton of like little videos that I'm really excited to get out to you guys as well. So cool. Love you all. You're all beautiful human beings. I really do appreciate you hanging out, and take it easy. We're going to hit up that Sarkoth. Make sure you let him know you love him. Make sure you know where you came from and what you're into. He's a real good guy. Definitely check him out. He's a part of the stream team, and we give him all that love. All the love. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.